G'day, and welcome to Graves in Australia Diecast Salvage. In this episode, I hope to do some justice to today's casting, which is a Corgi Toys Whiz Wheel ISO Griffo. As you watch this casting go round on the turntable, I would like to thank the returning friends of the channel and new friends that I hope to call returning friends very soon. If you're a first-time viewer, I hope you stay, subscribe, and share what a sometimes bumbling old fart like me gets up to, trying to give old diecast toys a new lease of life. If you haven't subscribed by now, why not? It's free. This channel is geared to the hobbyist. What I do is not always perfect, but at least I'm giving it a go. Just remember, if I can do it, so can you. And you could possibly even do it better than me. So share it. Oh yeah, please leave a comment down below, even if it's just to say hi. So now, let's take a closer look at today's offering. Okay, so let's have a look at this monstrosity. It's in a, well, I don't know if you're a bit dark. Let's see what we can do about light. It's just the time of day that we're at, unfortunately. And we've got the light behind us. There we go. We'll hold it up. We'll hold it up there. It's been overpainted. No suspension. She's not a roller. The only real good thing that it's got going for it is the window unit is intact. Bonnet does open. It does have an engine in there that we might be able to detail. It is missing a seat back in there, and the doors are, one of the doors is very loose. I suspect that it's got a broken pin. And for those that want to see underneath, Corgi Toys Whiz Wheels ISO Griffo 7 litre. So it would have been part of in the real cars, a low production number. I think only about 70 or 71 were ever constructed of the 7 litre, but I stand to be corrected. And you can leave that in the comment down below. Alright, so it's time for disassembly. See you there. This casting has 2 posts, one at the front, one at the back. I've used the burr tool on my rotary tool to take the mushroom head off so that we can pull this apart. So that's the base. It does have plastic suspension in there which is broken, hence why she's not a roller. And yeah, I don't know if we can fix that one, but we can make new suspension. So there's the base, there's the suspension unit. I may be using the wheels again. I may not, I don't know. They come out of there. There's another part of the broken suspension. I don't know if it's worthwhile. I'll super glue it firstly, and if it works, we'll put that in, and we'll make just for the other side. But if it doesn't work, we'll make new suspension for it. Next come the bumpers out, the rear. The front holds the engine, so we should be able to easily detail that outside. Our interior. Like I said, one of our seat backs is missing, and I'm fairly sure there's no file just for the seat backs. I'll have to look see if there's a 3D, an STL file, 3D print for a seat back. If not, we might cut these seats out, because I do have some seats to 3D print, and we'll see if we can't size them up to fit into there. We should be able to detail the interior a little bit. We have the headlight unit, as I'm being visited by one of the cats, and that has some stuff with for the engine, so we need to wash that, so we can use our globes there. Yes, the cat wants my attention. He'll get it. He'll get the attention in a moment. There's our window unit. That should polish up well. It's got a little bit of paint on the bottom there, but that will be cleared up. The bonnet slides out. Now let's have a look at our doors. Normally I like to leave the doors in place, and yes, I am correct. In the bottom of I don't know if it'll show up. I'll get my fingers out the way. At the bottom of this door here, the pin is broken on it. I'm not pulling, because of the type of spring that's in here, I'm not pulling these doors out. And I'll do one of two things. Is either glue the door shut, and I can pull that pin out and have it all well aligned. It's going to be a static display, so it's not going to be moved about, not played with as a toy anymore. Yeah, so I may glue these doors shut. Then the stance will be a lot better, and I can take that spring out. But I'll have a look at that further down the track. So, what are we going to do next? That can go in to the strippers. That I've got to do something with, and then it goes to the strippers. That can go to the strippers. That can go in to be washed. That needs to be measured and washed. These can be polished up. So that can go over there. That needs to be fixed up. That needs to be washed. And so do our tyres. Alright. So what I might do is, before we go out to the strippers, so I was stripping or cleaning. I know what I enjoy, so, and you might see it, you might not, or you might see what I don't enjoy. Anyway, see you shortly. Well, as you can see in the reflection of my monitor, I'm having my lunch. So, you wanting to know what it is? It is corn fritters, or corn jacks, if you like. But in case, we're not here to talk about food. We're here to talk about 3D printing. And we're going to make some new rims and tyres for our Griffo. So I've been online to Colt 3D, and I looked under the free section for tyres, and a nice, set of tyres that came up were a 1/24 scale Bridgestone Chirac tyres, and just give you a quick glimpse. This is a 1/24, what you're seeing, about to come up. I have chit box or shit box as my default slicing program for quick inspections. So that's the rim, that's the spokes, and that has the nuts for somebody to play with. Joking there, Joyce. Don't know who Joyce is, but in any case, the let's just lift it up a little bit. We'll rotate it 90 degrees, so we can have a look at the front and back. There we go. So it has the piece in here, so we can put an axle in there. And like I said, this is the rim itself. And so that's that. All right, now we'll actually go to the program that I'm going to use for it, and that is the Lychee slicer. And what we'll do is we'll drag in the tyre. No, it didn't drag. Okay, need to move this. Come on, computer, behave. Typical Windows. So that's that is our tyre. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate it, and we're going to do it 90 degrees. I'll bring you across so you can see what I'm doing on the right hand side over here. And go 90, and that brought our tyre to the end there. Move the tyre, and we're going to centre it, so that's where we want it to be. Oops, no, come on. Need to highlight it, Michael. Scale it, and over here it says 100%, so that's a 1/24 scale at 100%. and we've worked it out already through measurements to get the size that I need to make it 75.5%. So as you saw, it just went down. That's the tyre itself. Now we need to bring in the rim that has the lip, the nuts for someone to play with. Jack in there, Joyce. I'd like to know who Joyce is, and the rim. So we'll bring that in. As you can see, that it has pretty much obscured the tyre, but that's what we want. So now we're going to resize it. Again, in this case, because we're doing roughly a 143 scale, so we're going from 24 down to 143. So as you can tell, that went nicely down, and I'll bring that tyre up slowly. We can see that it fits in. That's it. So that's our tyre. That's all together. But we're not doing it like that. We're going to move the tyre out. Keep that one there. And we'll put that one back down on the platform. So now we're going to go to our preparation. Let me bring you up a little bit. We're moving over to our prepare. This will give us our supports. Now this is what I've seen Luke from Diecast Outlaw or Diecast Revival do. He goes over here on the left hand side, which you're not seeing at the moment, down here where it says magic. Let's see if you can do some magic. So it's automatically angling the tyres and the rims, and it's giving us the best supports. So now that we've done that, we go back, select one, and we need to go up the top here where it says, sorry, it's down the bottom here. See, the slicing programs are slightly different. Because this one's highlighted, so that's what one we're going to make a copy of, and we're going to make another 3. And it's automatically putting it on the layout. So now we need to find our rim. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to copy, make another 3, so we have 4 in total. So we can bring that there. Let's select a Control Z. Thank you. Control A, arrange all. Let's see what it does. That's all right. I'll be happy with that. So now we save it. We need to go over to the slicing or export part of the program. We click on this to export the file. Because I'm using the free version, I have to deal with the ads for 15 seconds. 10 seconds left. You get to wait with me. What you saw flash up then was my backup program. Of course, we know how good a Windows operating system is. Constantly crashes. So it's asking us where to save the file. So we're going I'm going to put it into the ISO Griffo folder. I'm just going to call it tires. Save it. So it's now going to do the slicing for us. Mouthful of food. And what the slicing is showing you each layer that the printer is going to do. And this is saying that the estimated print time is 1 hour and 36 minutes, so you might as well say 2 hours. It's going to use 5.4 or 5.5 millilitres of resin. Estimated price, roughly about 21 cents Australian. So from here, we're going to take the thumb drive over to the 3D printer and print them off. See you in a moment. So before we get a look at the 3D printer tyres, just give you a bit of an update as to other things we've done. The seat, one of the seat backs was missing on it. I did find a file to print off a pair of seats, Recaro seats, but they weren't quite matching. So I went through my stash of junk from spare parts. I did find another set of seats to match. We have got the car currently in primer coat, and we have them inside. So that will sit in nicely. As you can see, we've also painted the interior. I'll just put the base back on because we're almost to painting section. We've got to rub it back yet, take the guide coat off. We have fixed up the suspension. We've used super glue and a baking powder to fix the rear end, and we've used hair clips or bobby pins, if you like, to make the suspension on the front. So that's that. These can go in there. Now, here are the original tyres. I was originally going to use them. I thought, let's give this 3D printer a whirl making some new tyres. So these are the ones that we've just printed off. So now we need to take them off the supports and we'll see if they will fit together. So I'm going to do that off camera, because otherwise this knife and fumble fingers, they like to fight and there'll be bloodshed. So I've got a supervisor. We'll be back in a moment. This is just a reminder as to what I started with at the beginning of today's episode. And here we are. Now, here we are with our Corgi toys, number 301, Isso Griffo. So, if you haven't been watching the video, we'll explain what we've done with it. We've stripped it, we've repainted it, we've made new suspension for it, we've 3D printed rims and tyres for it. The bonnet does open. If I can get my fingers, your fumble fingers will like to work. It is a rolling shell. Just take it off so we can, there we go, shows the bonnet opens and closes. And like I said, she is a roller with suspension, which we didn't have before. Cleaned up the lights and grille. We've made new seats. Well, we've replaced the seats on it because one of the seat backs was missing and I didn't want to buy any. So we found something else to suit. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll catch you next time. Grace in Australia, Diecast Salvage. Bye for now.